What's up, everyone? Welcome to the coverage of the 2021 Dynamic Discs Open in Emporia, Kansas. This is going to be the second stop on the PDGA National Tour for the 2021 season. For your commentary today, you got myself, Paige Shue,
and me, Rebecca Cox.
We're excited to see some coverage. This is going to be the FPO chase card for round 2. So we got our round in at Jones Gold, and we're ready to attack round 2. So on the card with us, we have Kat Mertsch, Arkansas native, throws pretty far. I'm excited to see her play. We have the lefty Heather Young, great Circle 2 putter and Circle 1 putter for that matter, and really excited to watch her. We have Kona Panis, throws pretty far, so this course should suit her game pretty well. And then we have Sarah Hokom, controlled forehand player, great putter, just all around great player. She's a veteran to the tour.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see these young guns play this course.
Yeah.
We got a lot of different kind of shots that we're going to see.
Absolutely. And there's your scorecard. So coming into the round, it's a pretty tight battle.
Yeah. So here we have hole 1, difficult hole to start on, 782 feet. This is the fairway right here, the green that you see. We have OB both left and right. Right here starts to turn left, and we have OB long on that creek, and just a few trees in the way. The basket's up here, with that pond on the right and the road on the left. Really, we want to attack this hole, but at the same time,
Arkansas, sponsored by Innova, Kat Mertsch.
Yeah, so this hole, you really got to break it down throw by throw. It's pretty technical, and I feel like if I'm walking away with the par, I'm feeling good.
Just a little bit low, but she's in the fairway.
Yeah, first hole jitters,
Yeah.
Heather Young.
So for a lefty, yeah, it seems like lefties and forehand throwers like to go that wide route. She throws it perfectly. Usually the mistake is they're pulling it in too tight, but she got it out wide enough.
Yeah, she commit to that for sure. She might be a little bit behind that tree, but...
Sponsored by Innova, Kona, Panis.
Kona's probably ripping on maybe a destroyer or shrike or some kind of overstable distance driver. Trying to hyzer flip through the gap.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, great way to start. Ooh.
Yeah, she's in great position.
Yeah, that probably helped, but her footing was going to be a little funky in that little
2012 world champion, Sarah Hokom.
Yeah, world champ on the card. Hokom can manage any course, no matter how hard. Wooded, wide, even though distance isn't her strong suit, she still only shot 1 or 2 over. So, great, consistent, steady player. She's throwing a similar route to Heather, except she did a flex shot on that, maybe kind of forcing her to make sure she puts it out wide enough. It's a great play, but she's going to be behind that tree, if not in it. Kat luckily went far enough. She threw it low, and I thought she was going to have to deal with that tree, but she was able to get a decent throw in.
Yeah, she gets herself to the bottom of the hill. It's a good position. Just staying in bounds is really what you want to do on this hole.
Yeah, it's definitely a manageable par 5. Hokom going over that road again, really trusting the fade of her sidearm. Marked out pretty well, and again, as you talked about earlier, there is that OB long, so you can't push your second shot too far.
Yeah, Heather is in it.
Yeah, that's not what you want to be dealing with on the first hole. But she has a good scramble game. She likes playing in the woods. That's where she grew up playing, on the East Coast, so not too much of a problem. I'm sure she's thrown quite a bit of forehand rollers. This is going to be her 3rd shot.
Just putting a hyzer out there. Sit.
Yeah.
I think that stayed in.
I think so. So Kona's in a great position. She's probably going to throw a big hyzer over those trees and kind of finish left. Oh, no, she's going more direct. That's a little scary.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Cutting it close, but that is a great position to be in.
Oh, for sure.
Decent footing, a pretty easy up and down. She's looking at a birdie.
This looks like Kat's 3rd shot. It needs to keep pushing. Push. Oh, dang it.
So heartbreaking. Gut-wrenching.
Right.
Poor, it happens. This is a tough hole. Plenty of golf left. I'm sure she'll recover fine. Hokom's really using those flex lines.
Dang it. Yeah, she didn't really.
A little too flexy. I'm guessing she was trying to use the road. And
Yeah.
it just turned a little too much. So this is Heather. If she can get up and down here, she'll be able to save her par.
Go, go, go.
Quite a bit short.
Yeah, it's a bit far, even for Heather range.
Yeah. Sarah's trying to minimize her mistakes. She's trying to get as close as she can to the basket.
There she goes. She's good at those up
Perfect.
shots.
Not surprised. So Kona will have this pretty easy up and down. Just reaching for a backhand. She's throwing a little bit of a hyzer.
Holds herself a little bit short. Shorter than she wanted.
Yeah. I just timid, you know. First
Yeah.
up shot of the day. She knows the birdie's in play.
Right. Oh, no. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Just
stay safe.
kinda caught the edge of that hill and just rolled.
Yeah. She'll have a tough look from there.
Heather giving it a good run.
Yeah, she's got a long jumper. Not quite how she wanted to start her round. So Kona has this long putt for birdie.
Yeah, great putt.
Great putt. Was that about 20, 25 feet? Circle's edge, maybe?
Good first putt to make. Sarah for the bogey.
Wow. She only got a bogey with that OB stroke. I feel like you're getting at least a double bogey. But Kat also taking a double bogey. Kona getting a few strokes on everyone to start. But getting that clean tee shot really is an advantage.
Clean tee, clean up shots.
And a good putt. Just a perfect hole.
When the PDGA National Tour rolls into town, the action is intense and the competition fire. But every inferno, no matter the size, must begin as a spark. With PDGA sanctioned leagues and tournaments, anyone can get in the game. Fuel your fire. Find an event near you at pdga.com.
All right, we're on to hole 2. 551-foot par 3. Pretty straightforward. It's a little bit downhill. There is OB on the right, and that road on the left is also OB. The basket is pretty much directly behind this tree that we see. It's a gettable birdie, but you have to throw pretty far. That big pine tree on the right that we flew by can really has like a gravitational pull or something, because a lot of people tend to throw into that tree. So looks like a hyzer flip is kind of the way to go, which Kona is doing pretty perfectly.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful shot. Perfect.
Yeah. Not surprised. She can throw pretty far, so easy birdie there for Kona.
A little low from Heather. Breaking up the forehand. She has some of those shots.
She has yeah. You know, she's pretty open about how she can't throw far, but it seems like she makes up for it by, learning a bunch of different types of shots as well. Pretty high release there for Kat. Where'd that go? Oh,
She got
wow.
a putt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just must have been understable or something.
With Heather throwing pretty low, she has pretty tough up shot. Looks like she's throwing a distance driver.
Just on the edge of the OB there, but I think she's fine.
Heather has a pretty routine up shot.
Yeah, she's great at those up shots.
So here's Kat for her birdie. A little bit downhill. That's kind of scary. If you airball like she did, you can go pretty far down there. So she'll have an easy comebacker. This is Heather for her par.
Bangs it
Of course.
with the run back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's within Heather range.
She's such a spinny but also floaty putter, so she gets a lot of distance even just from standstill. So definitely a great circle 2 putt to save her par. She's feeling good. This Kat's comebacker, no problem. Pretty routine putt for Sarah. I feel like this hole like you want a birdie, but it's still pretty far. Like you're okay if you don't birdie it, but it feels good to get the birdie as well.
Yeah.
Kona should be able to just tap this in. Great start. She's starting birdie. Feeling pretty good, taking advantage of the nice weather.
For sure.
Wasn't too windy. There's a little bit of wind that, today, but it was manageable.
Yeah.
So she's really taking advantage, using her distance for, to her advantage and doing well.
Here we have hole 3, 405 feet. We're flying over all OB right here, but it cuts off right here. I think it's about probably 320 to clear it. I mean, this basket is probably within the max distance of a lot of the women in our division. There are a handful who could reach it.
Yeah, those trees on the right can also really trip you up. So you want to make sure you don't turn it over, you don't fade too much. It's kind of tricky, but you just want to rip it as far as you can.
Wow, this looks amazing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, again.
So Kona's just gonna park it.
Just using it to her advantage that she can throw far. I mean, especially on, courses like these, you don't really need to be good at anything else if you can throw far. Heather just ripping a safe hyzer. She knows she can't reach the basket, so she's not trying to mess with the trees, not trying to mess with the OB, just breaking it down to what she can handle. Hokom also doing the same. Kind of wants it to sit.
Yeah, she's going to be pushing on that tree line a little bit, but she's fine.
Yeah, if you land in those trees, it's pretty hard to get out. You're pretty much OB. You're taking a stroke to pitch out and then throwing it up to the basket. So trying to avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah, it's just a little flippy for Kat.
Yeah, like you were saying, it's for most FPO, it's max distance. So you want something a little flippy to get a little bit more glide. And, if you turn it over too much, you'll definitely end up in those trees.
Beautiful, soft little pitch up forehand shot there.
Online, picture perfect. Hokom with the backhand.
Sit down. There you go.
A little floaty, a little undercommitted, but she's right there. Yeah, like I said, you're just going to have to pitch out and just kind of get up and down from there.
Yeah.
Is that her mini?
Yeah.
That's pretty nasty. I would not want to do that. My mini's been in a lot of weird places.
I would not recommend.
Right? She's pitching up. She's going to be taking a bogey. It's kind of predicted. Hokom with the routine putt. You can kind of see Hokom's skirt. It's getting kind of windy.
Yeah.
So those little putts are starting to become testers.
Kona 3-3.
Absolutely. She's feeling it. She's excited. She's ready. Bogey for Kat. This is a hole where two-stroke swings can happen. So you just really want to be safe. Got a dunk there from Heather. Kona's killing it, 3-3. Everyone else is doing okay, but they got some catching up to do. Hole 4. This is a 530-foot par 4. I really like this hole. There's OB on the left. It's dividing a fairway for, what is that, hole 6 or something like that. Then you got trees on the right that are pretty tricky if you land in there. So you really want to land here. Maybe if you come up short, you can pitch up. But the biggest shot is going to be your up shot right here. You have the OB on the left. Those trees are on the right. It's a pretty skinny landing zone. So you want to kind of pump it out far on your first shot. You can either go around the outside like Kona's doing, or you can throw a hyzer on the inside of that tree. But either way, it all comes down to that upshot and getting up to the basket. So,
yeah, Kona got way up there.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, kind of a long flexi anhyzer and use the space that you're given.
Heather with the simple backhand. This hole plays really well for lefties.
It does. However, I don't know if she has the distance to maybe get up there for the second shot. So we'll see if she lays up. Hokom's cranking on a forehand. Little inside, but maybe she likes that play for the forced hyzer up shot instead of having to deal with that bush. And Kat's going that inside route.
Oh, looks like she got caught up in the trees a bit.
Yeah, you do not want to be there. That's taking birdie out for sure. It's going to be a tough par as well.
Dang.
It seemed like she's trying to be a little aggressive there, and it didn't really pay off. She's still up in those trees.
Yeah, just laying up.
Yeah, so she's getting, unless she throws in, she's probably getting a bogey. So Heather does have the distance. She's going to be using that road for the skip.
Yeah, she's a bit short, but she's she's within her own range for that birdie putt. So.
Absolutely. She's really made that her strong suit since she knows she can't throw far. She's like, well, might as well be a good circle 2 putter. Hokom with a routine upshot.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing new for her. We still haven't even gotten to Kona's drive, so this is Kat's 4th. Pulls it a little inside.
Yeah, she'll have a bit of a putt. But
Yeah.
Kona's second shot.
Yeah, she might be going 4 for 4 here. Get the skip. Perfect.
Yeah, I think we can pretty much say she's going 4 for 3.
She's dunking that one, so she's feeling it. She's feeling ready. She's doing what she needs to do.
Great putt.
Yeah, barely
Saves the
squeaks it
bogey.
in. Good birdie for Sarah. I was giving Heather a hard time because she's putting with white putters now. It's not purple.
I know. I brought that up too, and she's like, "Oh, I know."
She's so cute. She said she finally got a pair of purples, but she didn't want to, try them in the middle of the tournament.
Yeah,
so she's
that
going to be
makes
breaking them in the next couple weeks.
Hole 5, 641 feet, par 4. Definitely one of the more difficult par 4s we have on the course. The landing zone is before the pond. Hopefully, some people have to lay up before they throw over the pond. The basket's elevated here in this little bullseye. There's also OB left. If you do cross the pond, there's OB left around the other tee pad. So, yeah, this hole kind of plays tough for us.
It's hard, unless you can throw far again.
Yeah, Kona has the arm to just get up there as far as she can, possibly put herself in position to go over the pond. I think she'll definitely do that from there.
Yeah, I feel like she threw that soft and high, and it still went way further than any of my max distance right now. So, super awesome to see. Hokom's going the left side of that bush. Really, if you get past that bush, you're probably okay. Most FPO are going to be laying up their second shot to the top of that hill. But maybe, the further throws, maybe Kona will try to get over that water for her second shot. We'll see.
Yeah, it definitely makes the par a lot easier if you're able to get over the pond on the second shot. But kind of putting that right.
Kat has a good stroke. Her little wind-up is kind of funky, but when she, pulls through, it's quick, it's powerful.
Yeah.
She's fun to watch.
Or she's going to lay up here.
Yeah, maybe has an A2, I think, is the Prodigy disc.
Sit. Okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Scary. You really want to put it on top of the crest of that hill. Sometimes, just looking at it, some women can short it a little bit, put it before the crest of the hill.
It's tough because you want good footing. Hokom's going to have terrible footing right there. You pretty much don't want to see your disc land, but then you're like, oh my gosh, am I in the water? So it's definitely a tricky layup.
Looks like Kat's going for it.
Yeah, she's got the arm for it, looks like.
Oh, yeah. Gets in the circle. Perfect.
Yeah, she'll have, I don't know if she'll run that one. It's elevated, but it's makeable. So Kona has kind of a weird run up. She's throwing pretty much straight uphill, but her distance, I have no problem. No doubt she's getting over.
Yeah. She makes it just to the edge, yeah.
I'm guessing with the great start she's had so far, she's probably going to lay that up, but who knows? We'll see. Hokom, actually, her footing didn't look too terrible, like I thought it would. Oh, it's short.
Yeah.
See, and that's the risk. Even laying up, you might get a bogey, so it really sucks if you can't throw far.
Go, go, go!
Whoo! Looked like a little bit of a shank there for Heather, but it worked out in her favor, and she'll probably just pitch up. Oh,
Or
just
not.
kidding. Oh!
Wow.
Dang, and rolled her off the bricks, too.
Dang.
Man, I'm just a wimp. I'm seeing all these women go for these. There you go. That's normal.
Yeah,
I would
see?
do that. At least they're hitting metal. If you're not hitting metal on this, it's a tough comebacker. Yeah.
It's one of those spots where you walk up like, yeah, I'm going to lay this up. And then you get to your putt and you're like, you know what?
Right? It's like right there.
Right.
Kona with the smart layup. Heather with a bogey. Not feeling too good about that one. This was after Kat hit her cage. This will be a par putt. Yeah, she's getting a par.
Kona just tapped in a par putt.
Birdie streak ended. But I'm sure we'll see more out of her for sure.
Yeah, still a great streak to have on the first 4 holes. Great start.
And that's crazy. That front nine it's tough. So she could have a really stellar round here if she really focuses and finishes out well. So there's your leaderboard. Man, Kona's killing it. Everyone else is not doing too bad. Just
not too bad.
This is hole 6, par 4, 565 feet. It's pretty straightforward. You basically just want to crush it as far as you can. There is OB right, but most of us probably aren't contending with that. Most of us are dealing with the OB left. Then your second shot, you want to try to get over this OB creek, but it's hard because there's a gap you have to hit. And then you can pitch up and hopefully get an easy par. There's a lot of ways to get over that creek, though. Some people are trying to throw a hyzer. Some people just lay up. It just depends on where you land on your drive. So it seems like landing left seems like it makes for a better upshot, but you're bringing that left OB into play. But Kona put it in a good spot.
Can't really get over on that one.
Yeah, great height. You want that height so it dumps left harder so you can, have a better look at the upshot.
With the backhand. So getting a lot more power, a lot more confident with that.
It's awesome to see.
Wide route?
I'm kind of surprised. I would think she could rip a flex shot and then lay up anyway, because even with that shot, she would have to lay up.
She gets to really go for it from here, though.
Oh, never mind, yeah.
Go. Dang.
That's the risk.
Yeah.
And, well, she didn't cross in too bad of a spot, so she should be able to have a look. And that PDJ rule where you can take it safe. Yeah, you can take it as far back as you need to if you go B. This is a great hole for that.
Oh, yeah. Kona really committing to that forehand shot.
Oh.
Stop. Okay, she's fine.
Dang, that was looking like she could get a putt from there if that didn't hit. But luckily she stayed safe. She'll probably be looking at easy par. Ooh, I do not think that was enough. It seems like Kat is working on being more confident on her forehand. Like they're not coming out quite smooth, but it seems like she's using them in pressure situations to get better.
Exactly, and that's the only way you can get better at it.
Absolutely.
There she is, just laying it up.
Perfect shot. Oh, look, maybe she was safe because she was on that side. So maybe she stayed safe. Kona has a pretty routine up shot.
Beautiful. Keeping it clean.
Sarah with a long approach, but she'll get a par. I know when I get a par on this hole, I'm feeling pretty good. So these ladies are making it look pretty easy. Rare air ball from Heather. I like the Hokom's bag. It's like a watermelon color.
I know, it's such a cool bag.
Good putt from Sarah.
This actually played as our most difficult hole
Okay.
for the second round, averaging an entire stroke over par. But we did have 2 birdies on it from Haley King and Owen Scoggins.
Own,
Yeah.
right? Great. It's her forehand.
Oh, man.
She's like a sneaky distance on that thing.
Yeah.
Love seeing Own do well.
She's also got that putt, too, so.
Oh, duh, yeah. Of course. She's a big goofball, and she can drain anything from inside 60 feet, so that's nice.
So Kona's keeping it solid.
Yeah, Hokom, too. Only one up for the round.
Hole 7, 355 feet. We have this Mando tree right here off the tee pad. They have to go left of. We have OB on the left side of this fairway. That kind of separates us from hole 4. That barn is just a big building in the middle of the fairway that's in the way.
Yeah.
And then there's a little bit of a hill past this basket that leads towards that OB road.
Yeah, it makes for a scary upshot and putt.
Yeah, so definitely a reachable hole, but such a touchy line. Looks like Kona's
I don't
going for it,
even
but-
know if it...
Oh, damn it. Because it has to turn so much when it gets past those trees.
Yeah, to have
It's
such a
just-
late turn like that is really not doable for the women. Like,
Right.
just not doable. So,
This is a great shot there from Sarah.
absolutely. If you have power forehand, maybe. But I can't even see, like, who... Haley or Weiss even get reaching this on the
Right.
forehand. So, we're all just playing for par here. We have that Mando tree to contend with. We shouldn't be contending with it, but I will admit I hit that tree.
I also hit that tree.
So
Not fun.
not fun. Real disheartening. It really takes that par out of question.
You have
so.
to work really hard to get it done, but still.
Yeah, this is
No
one.
guarantees.
You want to be walking away with a 3, or else you're going to be losing strokes.
Yeah.
Good lefty hole though. Heather could flip it up a little.
Did
She
she manage to get
does.
down there?
And again, she's going to have still like what, 200 foot upshot, 150 foot.
Yeah, everyone's got some tricky upshots here. Kona has to go around that barn. Doesn't look like she really gets enough air underneath it.
No, and that's that scary putt I was talking about, the death putt. I mean, if you miss, you're going way down that hill. So we might see a layup. Maybe she's feeling good. We'll see.
Cat having the opposite problem of putting enough air under it, but not hitting the line.
Yeah. Not ideal.
Sarah, great with those layups as always.
This is Heather. Oh, yeah, this is Heather's second shot.
She's just laying it up too.
That's pretty far. So we got Kona laying up.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like she's going for it. Oh, don't roll. Yeah, that's like worst case scenario.
Right.
Well, it didn't roll OB, so it's second worst case scenario. But she drained
Is
it.
it? Okay.
That's hard to get that, umph when you're putting uphill.
Yeah, so it looks like we'll have a couple bogeys, a couple of pars. Pretty typical for this hole.
Kona losing her mini. Solid pars from the lefty forehand duo. I mean, this whole plays to their advantage. It's a pretty easy gap to hit if you have that left to right finish. Cool slow-mo of Heather. All right, this is hole 8. It is 585 feet. So there's 2 ways to come off the tee. You can go this Anheuser route. This whole left side of this creek is OB. So if you're going to go the Anheuser, you want to really commit, make sure you get that right finish. You can go hyzer around that big tree, but your second shot, really, you're trying to navigate through these trees, hopefully get up there for a putt. But a lot of us are pretty happy with pars on this one, and this is par 4. So there's also that tree left and behind it. So if you get a little saucy on your upshot, you could be contending with that, but it shouldn't really be a problem. So Sarah throwing a forehand. It should be right up her alley, and that was an interesting line.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about the same line Ellen was trying to take the first round.
That?
Like a forehand turnover between those 2 trees.
I feel like that makes it way harder. But maybe she just doesn't trust her distance and the height to get right.
Yeah, maybe she just doesn't want to push it too far wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heather with a good drive.
Who definitely has the power to get over this OB straight.
Dang.
Yep, that looks good.
Definitely a mash.
The line is kind of close to that tree that she landed by, but she
knows she's safe.
yeah. Turn.
It's a little wide.
Keep turning.
Dang, she
Go,
does
go,
throw
go, go.
far.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Really when you trust your disc, a lot of good things happen. So not surprised that those 2 got down there with that trust that they put on the Anheuser angle. Oh, looked like it was going to be good, but
Yeah, just got caught up in that tree.
dang, that disc is like overstable. I thought she just chopped that into the ground, but it worked out. She'll have a long look for birdie.
Kona using her Bushnell rangefinder. Let's get really precise reading.
I know, what an advantage with rangefinders,
Yeah, beautiful shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great shot. Worked out perfect.
Yeah, because it can be a little deceiving sometimes.
Yeah, and I feel like half the golf is knowing how far do I need to throw, but
Right.
Bushnell's done so much for the game already. They're putting a lot of money in a lot of tournaments, so shout out to them. Got Heather with a routine flick.
She's nice. She's been working on the forehands lately. I've been seeing her throw those a lot more.
Hokom has a long circle 2 putt, spinny spin. Not quite enough umph, but she'll walk away with a par. Heather a little low, but she gets it up and over the cage. She'll take that par. Good putt from Kat as well. Looks like Sarah and Kona will just be tapping out. I don't think no OBs on this hole. I know when I played today, a couple of people on my card went OBs, so it's nice to stay clean on that hole.
Yep, and Kona getting herself another bird to make up for that bogey she just took. And here we have hole 9, 613 feet uphill. We have the OB road on the right side. We also do have a little bit of OB on the left side as well. Yeah, it's really just about getting as much distance as you can. It does play uphill, so it's a little difficult, but pretty straightforward hole.
Yeah, I'd say it's the most boring on the course. It's just tiresome. You're just throwing as hard as you can, at least twice for some of us, you know.
Yeah.
But Kona's just ripping a hyzer. Hyzer seems like the safe bet. You don't really want to bring that road into play. There is left OB on the left side, but it's pretty far over there. Definitely not worrying about it on the drive.
Yeah.
Maybe the upshot, but definitely not on the drive.
And Kat kept it a little bit lower, but she still got herself up there.
Not what she was looking for. And you can see it's getting pretty windy.
Yeah, it's getting really gusty out there.
Good rip.
Yeah.
Nice, clean, smooth. I love watching Heather play. So Hokom's got a lot to work with, and she still got a lot of distance to cover, but it was probably going to be a 4 anyway. She gets over left, but I think that was safe.
Yeah, I think so too. The wind's really picking up.
Like Kona just probably saved by that tree.
Yeah.
Way heading OB. So kind of
Might
a
have made
shake
that
there.
corner over there, but yeah, Heather's just gonna be looking for a par on this hole.
Yeah, again, distance is such an advantage here.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like good upshot by Kat. Seems like the first part of the tour is like all long, wide open, and the second half of the tour is the woods, the east. Got a really shot shape, so now's the time to be taking advantage if you're a thrower, a far thrower. Hokom with an easy upshot. Heather's going to pitch up for her par. A little low.
Yeah, lost herself a little bit short. Oh, Kona. Caught a little air.
Yeah, not what she was looking for.
Yeah. Looking for more of a little turn.
Test her comebacker, but we'll see how she handles it.
Nice.
Drano. Not surprised.
Yeah, it never feels good to lay up and still have a 25-footer.
Right.
Heather just makes up for it. There we go.
Great putt, little low left, but it's stuck.
Yeah. And a very, very clean front 9 from Kona with just one bogey.
Yeah, that's... Anybody would take that front 9.
Yeah, for real.
Par from Sarah, par from Kat. Yeah, the par from Kona. Par for Heather, right? Everyone parred. Yes, so these are your scores after the front 9. Looks like Kona's shredding it. Next up behind her is going to be Sarah, and then Heather and Kat are tied.
Yep, so thank you for joining us for the front 9, and we'll see you on the back.
Yeah, thanks for Ace Run Pro for covering the FPO, and again, thanks to Dynamic Discs, and I'm excited to see how they finish out the round.